Wow, that looks horrible, guys. Yikes. So you might be seeing this, you might be wondering, what the heck happened, man? Well, let me just say, this honestly was here for a while, but basically I got a raised curb right outside my door. You guys have probably seen me filming off of it, and when I was pulling out of my garage a while ago, I pulled out and started turning too soon, and I clipped it on my way out, which led to this crap. Figured it'd be a good video to experiment, to see kind of if we can actually polish this out. And I have basically zero faith that that's going to actually happen, but it'll be a good experiment for you guys to see, you know, really the capability of what a polisher can take care of if you give it enough time and energy. And it's a little late here. I don't really honestly have a lot of time to record things on it, so I've got to take advantage of the time I do have. So what do I have here? So I've got a few different polishes that I've acquired when I started my business. I've got a heavy cut polish here. This one cuts through a lot of the clear coat, so you want to use it for heavier, more damaged areas. It's going to take care of a lot of that layer and just kind of nuclearize it and blow it up. And then I have Meguiar's 210, which is a bit of a softer polish, and so it's more of a finish. And then I have the standard Meguiar's polish, which is just like a good overall polish, and it's good for getting that final shine there. If I had to compare the 210 and this ultimate polish, I don't really know exactly what the difference is, but they're marketed differently. So I'm guessing this ultimate polish is probably a little bit finer than what this polish is here. This is a pretty small area, so I don't expect this should take too long. Also, with this being the front of the car, it's gonna have a lot more scratches and stuff on it just because of driving, you're running into things. As for the pads, I still don't have the force. I thought I might. Okay. As for the pads, I've got a few of them. Ooh, the ground's nice and toasty where I left off. So I've got 3 different pads here. I've got this blue one, orange, and red. And these are some really cheap, like SPTA polishing pads. And since I don't really offer polishing as a service yet, I thought I'd just get some cheap ones to try this stuff out with. So I believe they're different colors, or no, I know this for a fact, actually. They're different colors because they have different hardnesses. And what that means is how aggressive is it gonna be alongside the polish. So this red one's very soft and plush, and I can push my fingers in it very easily. And so this is great for like a finishing polish. I got this blue here, which is pretty solid, but actually, you know what the heck? The blue feels honestly a little softer, so we'll just say the blue is, you know, the second softest, and then the orange is gonna be the hardest. I'm gonna start out with something right in the middle. So I'm gonna start with the blue with that 110 polish, and we're just gonna go on this scratch here and see if it really improves it at all. If it doesn't, then I might go with something a little more aggressive like the 110 alongside the orange, or maybe even the 110 with the blue pad. These grooves, honestly, like in the paint and stuff, like I can tell, went through the clear coat. I'm not expecting this to look brand new, but there are some areas around, maybe near the top, that are just kind of looking faded. And so with polishing, we might be able to actually take care of those. I'm just using a 3-inch pad since this is a pretty small area. And I just got my Griot's Garage orbital polisher. It might be a DA polisher, I can't remember, but it has 2 axes that it spins on. It doesn't have a random throw. You're gonna have a harder time burning into one spot, so you don't have to worry as much when you're polishing that you're going to remove the clear coat in a specific area. That extra orbitization kind of helps prevent that. So before I get into any of the actual polishing, I'm gonna start by just cleaning it up. So I'm gonna get some rinseless wash and just wipe it up. I could do the whole decon process, but kind of unnecessary. I might go over with a clay bar, but I don't think I need to get too all crazy with it. So yeah, let me get everything set up for you guys, and we'll take care of this. Man, this is really fun. Getting in and out of here. So I've got the rinseless wash here, and I'm just gonna spray it. You don't usually need that much, but... And I guess I'll just go at it with a little bit of my clay here. My bad, guys, my bad. I gotta lubricate it. Man, this is so awesome. All right. I'm really just trying to get those paint phalanges off. Yeah, there's pretty much like bare metal down here, so I don't know how well this is mostly gonna clean up, but we'll see. Might just have to get this repainted at some point. Like, not sure how some of this stuff happens, but it just does. Maybe you pull too close to the curb type deal. I don't know. Probably just making it worse trying to do this, but it's all for the experimentation. Like I said, I'm going to be using the 210 to start, so I'm just going to shake it up. Usually you want to shake them to get all the oils and minerals mixed together or whatever is inside of it. We'll actually start with the 110. All right, so got it all mixed up now. Just going to open it up. Apparently what's really nice about this compound is it doesn't spit out a lot of dust. So I'm guessing the compound kind of encapsulates some of that dust for you. And I've mostly used this polish at this point, the Ultimate Polish, and it's served me pretty well for the cleaning things like some of that piano trim and whatever. So I'm hoping this does a good job too. When you're applying polish, you just want to put a few dots around the pad. So that's what I'm doing. Probably don't need that much. And one thing, if I wanted to just avoid like the area that's not what I'm trying to get, then I could always mask it off. But there is a little bit of like sausage going on here, or I don't know what you want to call that, but there's like some scratch-a-lolies that I also want to see if I can just get those whacked out, because there was some like, forget about it. All right, so what I start doing is I'm just patting the polish around so that when I start up the polisher, it won't throw the polish. Like, it literally won't launch it everywhere. So I don't want this getting in my eyes or on other things around me. So I'm gonna start out with a little bit of a lower speed and then work it up. So you do the first pass as like a low speed pass just to kind of once again work the polish around without spitting it everywhere. And then what I like to do is I go up to like maybe a 4 or 5, and then I go very slow and work the polish in so that it gets a nice smooth layer. Basically, now that we got the polish all done, I'm just gonna grab some IPA mixture, about like 12%. So, for example, if you get like 99% isopropyl alcohol and you mix it with, I think it's 7 ounces of water to 1 ounce of the isopropyl. You have to do the math, but if you're mixing like a 99% solution with water, then it dilutes it. So I think it's 1 to 7 to get 12.5%, which is just where you want to be. And so I'm just going to take that and spray it on and then wipe it off. So let me get that and I'll just show you guys what it does. These pants are dog. I got to get rid of them. So here I have the IPA mixture. And then I'm just going to wipe it up with a nice fat microfiber. So you can see there's definitely a difference. I mean, this is pretty messed up, so I wouldn't have expected it to be fixed in one go. Man, these pants suck cheeks. So the purpose of the IPA, it has 2 purposes. One, it dries very fast so that when you go to polish again, there won't be really any residue left. And then also, it kind of mixes with any of that polish and allows you to pick it up easily with a microfiber cloth. You can kind of see where I've polished on the top end, because there's a slight coloring difference. And I was kind of expecting this because I'm not polishing the whole front of my car here. Once I get that final polish though, it might actually look better than the rest of the car. And you can see we didn't get any of these micro scratches, whatever the heck they are. That might be like a physical tear though, I don't know. So I'm gonna keep going at it with the 110, which was that really heavy cut compound that I just used here. But I'm gonna grab a different pad, something a little tougher. I think I'm probably gonna grab the orange, just so I can eat a little bit more of this out. Or, sorry, that sounds, whew. Anyway, just so I can like tear out more of this juicer. I'm back. I had to get out of those freaking pants, guys. They were like crushing my intestines. So I've got a yellow pad, which honestly feels softer than all of them so far. But I know it's supposed to be harder. Yeah, I'm getting that polish back on. Gonna do about the same amount, so 4 drops. Oh my gosh, I feel like I just gained life or something wearing these pants. Holy crap, guys. And we're just gonna do the same thing again. So, patting it. And then a slow pass. And then we'll crank up the oscillation amount and just go ham. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get some glasses, some goggles on because I really don't want to get any of this in my eye. I have a feeling I probably don't. Honestly though, with some scratches probably like this that are really bad, you probably just want to sand it and repaint it. But you know, like I said, we're just experimenting. So I'm gonna get a little more polish on there just because it seems like it's a little light. So I'm not really seeing any improvement yet. And this is with the super heavy cut stuff, so this might just be unfixable. And you can kind of see when I spray that on, look at how it just kind of like, that compound just gets like diluted like instantly and just falls off in some places. That's why it works so well. It just dissolves that compound so quickly into the solution. So like running my microfiber towel over this, it does feel a lot smoother. Ultimately, I just want this to be smooth and not look new, because I know I can't make this look new, but at least I want it to look better than as if I just scratched the crap out of it. Boom. I'm just gonna keep doing it, I guess. I'll do maybe 1 or 2 more rounds, but no need to overkill it or anything like that. For how bad this looks, it feels pretty good. Maybe it doesn't feel that good. So another thing is, while you're polishing, your pad can get pretty gunked up with paste and stuff. And so you might want to just grab a blower and just blow it out, which can get that polish out of there. Or you could also do one of those foam conditioning brushes that you just kind of run over it, and it's supposed to help get that polish out. You know, since I'm doing such a small area and not using a whole lot of polish, I'm not too worried about that happening to me. So I'm just going to continue on. It gets really to be a problem once you're doing like a whole panel of a car. So I think this is about as good as it's going to get, guys. I've done the heaviest cut polish you can find in the world 3 times. And, you know, polishes aren't really going to cut that much, even if they say they will. I'd probably be better off if I got some kind of sandpaper and just wet sandpapered it until it was like relatively smooth. I was not expecting to get this really anywhere. I was just expecting to maybe have it look a little better. So we'll just spray it down and then get some polish on it and see how it looks after. How about that? It actually does look marginally better. It'll be interesting to kind of do a before and after view for you guys to see if this actually helped or not. So now that I'm done doing the cutting, I'm gonna do a nice light pad. So I'm gonna get a red pad on here. We'll open up the 210 and see how it does. I've used the other polish before. I don't think I've used this yet. Oh, I have used it. Okay, I have used this. I have. Sometimes my big brain forgets about those, you know, small details. It's like a chestnut on the ground. What is that? You guys seeing that? Oh, it's just a rock. Sometimes my big brain. Wow, that's crazy. I'm just looking at the headlights now. Like, it's like the world's smallest LED in there. Those must be the for the turn signal or something. Those are puny. Sometimes my big brain. That's cool though. Like always, Ford dottage. Pretty easy process to follow once you have it down. Wow, this polish is insane. There's like no dust left. What the? That doesn't dust at all. Dang, that is some good shit. I've also heard Sonax has good polish, but when I was first buying stuff, I was really looking at Meguiar's lot. Man, their polish is good shit, guys. I'm gonna do one more round of that 110 just because I did do a lot of the 210. So I'm gonna need a little bit more time working it. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit more on the pad, and every time you close these things, they just explode the polish everywhere. And I'm just gonna give it, like, look, it exploded it everywhere. Holy crap. This is looking a lot better, at least like right up here where I was hitting it with that 110 and it was causing it to look kind of foggy. It looks so good now. And it might not look like it's much different on camera, but you guys gotta just take my word for it. And you know I'm not a sellout. Yeah, there's like not even any of the polish on the pad, so I don't know where it's all going, but it's a little bit in there, but that's just in the cracks. Wow. I mean, it doesn't look, the scratch itself doesn't look much better. It does feel a lot better to run my hand over. That just could be because there's a lot of like filling in there right now. And what I mean by that is like there could be like polish filling up the cracks, kind of making it feel smooth, when in reality, once I drive this thing around for a while, it'll kind of just empty out again and then feel the same way as before. I mean, you can still see there's still those hairpin scratches. There's not that like fogginess to it, which is awesome. It looks actually really good. Makes me want to polish the rest of the front here, but it's like 9 p.m. or something, and I don't know, I kind of want to just go to bed. To me, it looks better. Does it look perfect? hell no. Like, no, we ain't playing, all right? This does not look perfect at all. But it at least kind of like, smoothed it out, and maybe like I could just hit it with some touch-up paint, basically have it look new. Could be a fun little video to try. Yeah, I would say overall, I'm happy with this. Like, if you have a similar situation though, I wouldn't recommend doing this just because this doesn't seem to be a very productive use of time. But I just kind of wanted to see, what would happen. It was kind of fun just trying out the polishes too, honestly. And just seeing, how they compare. Might have to do like a little Meguiar's M210 versus Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. Do like one half of my front with the Ultimate and one half with the 210. I don't know. Sounds kind of fun to me. It probably would be worth repainting this at some point just because rust has an easier time entering through these kinds of areas where it can make more direct contact with the metal. I'm going to go over to one other area where I noticed something that I think I could actually polish pretty easily, and we'll see if we can take care of that too. Oh man. You see this right here? Not really sure where that came from, to be honest. Who knows? So we got the area cleaned up. I'm not really sure what this is, but I'm just going to try and hit it with the polish and see what we can do. Oh, this is so much fun. Trying to polish with these angles in limited space is the best. What? Wait, what the heck? It just disappeared. I was not really expecting that. I was expecting it to kind of not go away. What was that? Am I going blind? I swear in these videos I've been going blind lately. What the heck? Hey, I'm always down for a success story. Wow, look at that. Oh, wow. Guys, that's incredible. There's a couple other ones, hanging around down there. I wonder what that is. Might be tar or something. Maybe I should try using a tar remover on it. I don't know how it would get right in the middle there. Doesn't really make any sense, right? Like, because the wheel is up there, so, and then if you go back about 50% of the way, that means it would have to fling it at like a 1 degree angle or something, which seems crazy. Usually it would get flung at like a 45, I think is what it is. There's some kind of math behind the angle it takes off at. I don't think that'd be tar. And I feel like whenever I clean this car, it just gets dirty in like 2 days. It's kind of crazy. Like, as soon as I cleaned it for the Valentine's video, which was the last time I cleaned it, which was about 3 days ago, it rained like right after and my car was getting all gross. So that's just part of life though. You just always fighting something. Whether it's dirt or dishes or taking out your trash, you always got something to do. So it's better to be busy than to have nothing to do, though. I will say that. It's just some of these tasks that go on and on. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. We had one success story, one mild success. I'll call it a success for me because I'm happy with how it turned out, but maybe you guys think it looks like gunk still. And the one on the side, that was a piece of cake. There's a couple other spots that I could probably do the same thing for. I think there was like at least 1 or 2 I noticed. It seems like it could just come out with a cleaner if it was that easy to polish off. I'm just not sure what it is that I wasn't able to wash it off with a 2-step wash or a quick rinseless wash. I've noticed like tar is pretty hard to get off. You need like a designated remover for that. And same with sap. Sap's a big one actually. My grandma got some on hers. I tried my tar remover on it, but it just didn't do jack diddly. So, but at some point we'll do a nice video where I polish this thing. It's gonna need that front area at least. I mean, sides are looking fine, and same with the trunk. The trunk was literally just replaced. So like this piano trim can get water damaged pretty easily, like water spotted. So one way to get water spots out is to actually polish. And I know that they have like those water spot remover cleaners, but I think polishing is honestly just better for those types of pieces, just because it'll give it a nice shine, whereas a water spot remover might not do that. Honestly, I've never seen water spotting on paint before, but that would probably just be something you could squawk out with a polisher too. Why are you guys still here? I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a polishing episode slash experimentation slash science video. Eventually I'll offer polishing as a service. I just want to make sure I'm comfortable with it, and honestly it's pretty straightforward for the most part. Like, I feel like I could definitely do a good job polishing any car right now, unless it's like extremely bad. That's where I might have issues, especially time wise. Yikes. And I don't know how to price that either, because I don't want to get taken advantage of. I like to offer like a nice flat price, but if someone has a really bad car, that's kind of pushing my limit. So, but you know how it is. So I'll see you all later. I love you guys.